Hello everyone, it's Oliver here from the Mobility Shop, your mobility scooter specialist. What a month this is turning out to be. We have our second new scooter that's been released. Earlier on this month we looked at the Arium from Motion Healthcare, which was not only a new scooter but a new category of scooter really. And we've got the same today. Today we've got the Air, I've got two here in two different colours, and this is from Monarch Mobility. Not only a new scooter but a new category of scooter really. Let me just talk about the size quickly. Very small, as you can see. This really is a portable boot scooter, but not in the way that we traditionally know a boot scooter to be. It folds, but not in the way a folding scooter normally does. But I'll go into that in a bit more detail in a second. In terms of the size, we're 102 centimetres long, so pretty much 1 metre. That is a bit small. A lot of the other boot scooters we're getting nowadays are 110 to 115 centimetres. So what that means is our leg room is going to be a little bit shorter, a little bit less. It's not very wide either at 43 centimetres, but that is good because it makes it easy to put in and out of the car and easy to go around shops, etc. The big benefit with the Air is the fact that it's super lightweight at under 15 kilograms. And that's going to make it really easy to get in and out of the car and to take it with you. Okay, so in terms of comfort, we mentioned the length isn't very long. I'm going to sit on it now and just show you. I can just about manage at 6'2" without my hands touching my knees. And we achieve that by the fact that the wheel arch goes right over the wheel, so I can move my feet quite far forward and it's actually quite comfortable. There's no adjustments on these really, a bit like any boot scooter. We've got the angle of the tiller, which can be adjusted, but nothing more than that. The next thing in terms of comfort is the seat. It's a metal frame seat with a fairly decent bit of padding on the cushion, but there's no shape to it like on any other boot scooters. The backrest is a bit of plastic that's been covered in some padded material. It does give some support when we're on it in the lower back, and you can certainly feel it, but it's not comfortable that you want to be in it all day long. But do remember, this is a very small, lightweight, transportable scooter, so let's be aware of what it's going to be used for. The next thing in terms of comfort is the tyres. We've got nice big 8-inch wheels. They are solid, they have got a rubber compound on them, not the softest of rubber compounds, and we'll notice that when we take it for a test drive, so I'm not expecting it to be super comfy. There's obviously no suspension at this weight limit, but there we go. In terms of the weight capacity on it, it can take up to 20 stone, which is pretty good going considering it's so small and so compact and so lightweight. It is only a 4-mile-an-hour Class 2 scooter. The big benefit with this scooter though is how it folds down to get into the car. Very simply, we pull the release, fold the seat down, undo the tiller, and fold it down. And that is it. 2 very quick actions and it's folded down. It doesn't split apart any more than that. And you might be thinking, well, how on earth are we going to get in the car? But it is just 15 kilograms in total, and that's with the battery in. Incredible. They've achieved this by using a magnesium alloy for the frame, which is slightly lighter than aluminium. And also because there's no mechanism to either take it apart or fold in the centre of the footplate, they save a bit of weight there. Obviously it's not going to be for everyone, and it may be that you need 2 people to lift this, but I think the fact that it's so simple to break down like so means it's going to be great for a lot of people. To unfold it, the opposite, we lift up the tiller and tighten it up, and very simply put up the seat so it clips in. Couldn't be easier than that. I think it's fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about some of the specifications. I mentioned already that it's got a 20 stone weight limit. That's pretty good for a small scooter. In terms of the range, well, it depends which battery you have. This scooter comes with 2 options for batteries. They're obviously both lithium, and they are nice and small. They can be removed to be charged in the house. The standard battery is a 10 amp hour lithium battery, which will give you about 6 miles range. Not a lot, but super lightweight. The next battery up is a 20 amp hour lithium battery, which gives you 12 miles range, which is getting a bit more sensible and should still be air safe if you are going to be taking it on an aeroplane. Okay, a couple of other things to mention about this scooter. In terms of the ground clearance, you can see here it's pretty good. They actually list it as a 3-inch ground clearance. At the back, the transaxle does drop down a bit more, as it does with any scooter. But still, the majority of it has got a good 3 inches of clearance. which is amazing for a scooter of this size. It does have a brushless motor, which is going to be super efficient. The downside is it doesn't use one of the standard controllers, so we're not S-Drive and we're not Dynamics. So plugging into it, diagnosing it, etc. is probably going to be a little bit tricky. Shouldn't be a problem though. These are brand new scooters. They're all going to come with 12 months warranty, and interestingly, Monarch have put a 3-year warranty on the frame. I guess that's because it's this new magnesium alloy, and people are going to be a little bit nervous with the strength of that and how well it's going to perform. So a nice 3-year warranty should give you a lot of peace of mind. In terms of the price, these scooters are kind of coming around the £2,000 mark, which is very similar to the other scooters it's going to be competing with. So who's this for? Well, I'm pretty sure it's for anyone that's going to be putting a scooter in and out of the boot of their car on a regular basis. The standard boot scooters that we've always had have split apart into 5 pieces. So if we go back 5 or 10 years, it's always been your standard Pride Go-Go's or your Liberties or Liberty Vogues. And they split apart into 5 pieces. The seat would come off, the rear end with the motor and the back wheels would split apart, the basket would come off, and the battery would come out and fold it down. The heaviest bit would be the front foot plate with the tiller and the 2 wheels. And traditionally that was always about 15 kilograms, and then all the other parts were slightly lighter. But still, there was a lot of bending involved to get down to split it apart, a lot of lifts to get it into the car, a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. And the same when we took it out of the car, the same. So some people struggle with that. The other option then was the folding scooters like the Smarty and the eDrive and all of these, which are fantastic in that you press a button and they fold up, but they've been much heavier, between 25 and 30 kilograms, which is just too much for most people to lift. So then we are looking at a hoist in the back of the car. That's why I think the Air is so different, it's so fantastic. It's so easy to fold down and really so easy to lift. At 15 kilograms, most people are going to be able to manage it, and certainly if they've got a partner with them, the 2 of them together are going to be able to manage it. What we do need to do is do some on-the-road driving tests for this, just to see how capable it is. We know we've got the M-Lite, which we've seen before from Motion Healthcare. Fantastic small scooter, same sort of size, but it has very small amounts of ground clearance, not a very powerful motor at all, and the seat really kind of lets it down in terms of comfort and support on the back. What we find with that is that it's very difficult to recommend it for any use that's outdoor. It's fine if you're going around an airport or an indoor shopping centre, but as soon as you go out on pavements, it really struggles. So we're going to get this out on the road in a minute and see how it performs. Okay, so hopefully you've seen from that bit of testing, the scooter's done pretty well. We were impressed. Sure, it's not got a super powerful motor, it's 120 watts. A lot of the smaller boot scooters are much higher, 150, 180 watts. But we do expect that. There's always going to be a little bit of compromise. The nice big 8-inch tyres have definitely helped. And it is an acceptable scooter to recommend to use out and about, round shopping centres, around pavements, probably not too many country parks, etc. But obviously it's going to depend on the amount of weight it's carrying and also the surface that it's driving over. Finally, just a little bit about Monarch Mobility. As you probably know, they've been around for a number of years now. We've worked closely with them for years and years, all the way through the Smarty and more recently their Mojo and some of the other scooters they've done. And they are a fantastic company to work with. They are very good at honouring their warranty. They are very good at having stock of spare parts in the UK. We keep a lot of spare parts here in stock, but also if we need other stuff, it's usually available on the next day to us. So yeah, you'll be pretty safe buying something from Monarch. Well, that's it. There we go. So we have reviewed a quick review of the Air. What I'll do is after a few months, maybe 6 months after we have had these out and a few people have used them and come back and given us our feedback, I'll do another video just to let you know our thoughts after that long. But for now, I think it's a thumbs up from us. See you again soon.